Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. On that visitor's sideline, you get a look at the Washington head coach. His guys coming off the win last week to push their early season record to 2-1. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Lions. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Ford Field. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike. And I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been...
I forgot to undo this right here. Not much. Barely.
Earth-shattering performance statistically. But they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Right to the air goes Daniels. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Burden, the man on the move. They'll go play action here with Daniel. Another one there for Burden. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
8 yards to go.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. He's going to have the first down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That his second TD catch of the season. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field.
William left kids out.
Back to it as the kicks
He
away.
said he was full.
This
And
one
then he
taken
said he might
at
get
the
back
7.
to it. And I said, okay, leave it out.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
It was pretty clear after sitting down with him earlier in the week that he was just not satisfied with last week's performance. And while he was so clear, he's like, listen, I am thrilled that we won the game because I understand if we want to continue to stack up wins, I need to be better. And it starts with protecting the ball. So back to basics this week in practice, trusting what he sees, relying on his understanding of the offense. If all those things come together, I think we'll see a better performance out of him today.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back first downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Gibbs.
Lights on downstairs.
40-yard line.
They just heard Gabby downstairs.
And back-to-back first down.
Lights are on.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate.
He's not the one paying blood flow.
And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, is pretty impressive.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding.
Again?
Still 2nd down. Come on, set. 45. What? Hut.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that ball
Catch
is out
the
of his
ball.
hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Set. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. This one is good. He knocks it through. The Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Gabby texted me, where's William?
Second and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. Moving
Wow.
to his right. He keeps it himself. And a nice run. It was close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
3rd and a yard. It's Daniel. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So it's 4th down. Punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor.
And it's 3 and out.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Lions offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Yards on the pickup.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, and pick up the first
I
down.
like that.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time.
Are you tired?
It'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, look at you.
Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a big girl. Thank you, Gabby.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. To the right side. That's
Another
safe.
4th and...
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Lions ball to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 4th
How far
down
behind was
coming up.
Sabrina? And
The Lions going to turn things over to the field goal unit. He is 2
Yes,
for 2.
make a stop.
That kick is good. The Lions
That's right, she did say that.
within 1. It's 7-6.
So it's not exactly what you're looking
Tonight?
for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Pooch it, you kick it out the back of the end zone, and I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, You would kick the ball into the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of a failed fourth down from the 3, your opponent's getting the ball at the 3-yard line. They would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more fourth and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more. And the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. To return is Williams. And he'll get a few yards on this return. Up past the 15-yard line. 16-yard line.
Down.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He's caught left side by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage.
Bye, Gabby. Bye.
Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure.
Oh, come on!
Down he goes.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Bronco 80.
Here's Daniel. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
On 1st down, Daniel. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down, Commanders.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun is Daniel. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing again, Daniel. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. 80 Hutchinson. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already.
3rd and long.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That is brought in. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Commanders' first down.
Daniels now on 1st down. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready! Viking 18!
To the air again is Daniels. This one caught at the 4. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Harrison Davis on for the field goal.
That one is good. And the Commanders extend their lead to 10-6. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Okay, right?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
It's now second
Try
and
again.
10.
It's 2nd and 10.
Cut.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Lions go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Get it. Count the 60.
Tight end going in motion here. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That pass is caught by Burton. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodies his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He's looking deep for Shakir. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 32 yards.
Come on. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will tie this game up here late in the first half.
And barring something dramatic here happening, that field goal should take us into the break all tied up. So this one obviously could go either way. I'm really excited to see, Mike, which team comes out of the halftime break, make some adjustments on both sides of the ball to try to give themselves the edge.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Eagles. And this is Ashton.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. He fields it at the 8. And he's stopped at 25. The drive to begin that.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Ready. Hut.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Kenny Moore there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Down. Hut.
They'll look to throw. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he'll be set up down. Up past the 40 with that one.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
21 more yards.
They get 21 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Second.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage, and back then, he's able to bring him down for no gain.
It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Ready, set, go.
Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Set, ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. That is second TD catch of the season. No problem there on the extra point. And the Lions will go up by 7.
Commanders 13.
Get your money up. And your money down. On all of us. On my people down. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your products are just not the same to us. You get it with dangerous.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6. From 31, here is second down and 3.
65, 65.
Putting the tight end in motion. On second down, it's Daniel. To the middle of the field, caught by Shakir. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, first and 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Send a man in motion right. Quick slant, caught by Burton. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco it.
Daniels going to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take off. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Back to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
Go now. Cut.
On the ground, Charbonnet. He'll take this for a couple. The official signal. He has enough. First down.
And the Lions first down. First
Here we
and
go.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10. At the
we go.
30-yard line.
Black, ready.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He's taken down from just shy of midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
48-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He works free, right side. And he will jump all the way. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That's a second touchdown this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Play action. Here's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 35, here's second and a couple. They'll throw with Daniels. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Keep it in the air, here's Daniels. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the Commander's going to be set up. First and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
First down. First and goal, Washington.
Throwing again. Daniel. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second and goal.
You know, kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of teams play dime personnel down here in the real low red zone, Mike, but great job by the defensive coordinator anticipating pass, right personnel, right coverage, and really muddied up that back end for the quarterback.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
And he will score. Game on. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Nevis good on the extra points. Commanders will cut the deficit to 7. So things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Jameer Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. That run good for 8 dozen. And very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A run here with Gibbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver.
Ready?
And it'll lead to a second down.
Set. Hut.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Down. Ready?
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move his ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Ready?
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Commanders' 18-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, the marking down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They'll do so with first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniel. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
It leads to second and 10.
To the air again is Daniel. Over the middle, he's got Burton. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a Washington.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
That's another
First and 10.
Washington Commanders first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
From the
line.
shotgun, it's Daniel. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the Lions' 29-yard line.
Now Daniel. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. And a Washington first down.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. That is caught at the 3. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal. Here's Daniel. That one taken in. Touchdown, Washington. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
For the extra point.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5.
The Lions take
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions first down. What a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
For a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss. It's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Blue, 32. Ready.
They'll run on 2nd down. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
43-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
Give to Charbonnet. First down, and more inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 7-yard line.
It's a gain of
A big one here in the 4th quarter. 35 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.